Hello, it's Miss Marilyn. Today I am safely in the community for an important reason. My friend had a doctor's appointment, so I'm currently in the city of Hemet, and for your remote learning lesson, we are going to play a game of Community I Spy. So, I'm going to turn the camera around. Hi! And we're going to find interesting scenery. And I'm going to pick one thing, and you're going to have to find it. And this is how it's going to work. I'm going to do the first one right now. I spy with my little eye something that begins with B. Turn around. I'm going to give you time to think about it. I'm going to come over here and lean on the back of my car. Not have the people in my video because I don't know who they are. Okay. What could begin with B? If you guessed building, you are right. Building begins with B. So, let's take a little walk and let's see what else we can find in the community. We are walking down the street. I spy with my little eye something that begins with S. What do you think it could be? Could it be? Here is a hint. Oh, my feet are walking on it. If you said sidewalk, you are correct. Ooh, listen to the pretty birds. All right, I am at a corner. I spy with my little eye something that begins with C. What could it be? Let you think about it a minute. If you said crosswalk, you are correct. Crosswalk. Now, because I'm at a crosswalk, before I cross the street, I have to look to the left and I have to look to the right. But I'm going to turn a little bit because look, it is a community sign. What does that community sign say? What letters do you see? Let's talk about that a minute. S T O P. What does that spell? What does that spell? If you said stop, you are correct. That is a stop sign. I spy with my little eye something that begins with F. What is that? If you said fire hydrant, then you are correct. Okay, we're going to come back over here. And I want to cross the street in the crosswalk. I have to look to the left. I have to look to the right. Make sure there's no cars. Look to the left again. It is safe, so I'm going to cross. I'm going to cross the street. While I'm crossing the street, I spy with my little eye something that begins with F. What begins with F? We just talked about them for Earth Day. Look at how pretty they are. And I know you said flowers. Those are flowers. All right, we're going to walk down the street a little bit more. I spy with my little eye something that begins with S. If you said shadow, you are correct. Peace out. I'm going to take a little break here and see what other interesting things I can find. Be right back. I'm looking around the neighborhood, looking around the neighborhood, looking around the neighborhood. I spy with my little eye something that begins with P. What could it be? What could it be? Begins with P. If you said parking lot, you are correct. Parking lot begins with P. Here we go. This is kind of a hard one. I spy. Oh, look at that. I spy with my little eye. It's not as hard as I had planned. Something that begins with L. What is that? Ooh, we are busy staring at each other right now. If you said lizard, that is correct. Well, pan out here. I spy. We'll just keep an eye on the lizard. I spy with my little eye something that begins with G. We never talk about this in our room. Never given it a thought before. We're going to talk about it right now. That's going to be a hard one to guess. Our lizard is still watching, but these are gas meters. Gas meters are what help keep our houses and businesses having gas flow through. It keeps our water hot, and it keeps our houses warm in the winter. So we're looking at gas meters. Check out the lizard. He's still watching. How many gas meters do you see? Let's count. Right, think about that for a minute. I spy with my little eye something that begins with H. You can hear it. I don't know how well you can see it because on my cell phone it's not showing up. What was that just flew by? If you said helicopter, you are correct. Sheriff's Department helicopter. All right, getting back to the gas meters. How many are there? I hate to disturb the lizard, but I want to go over here and I want to count them. Let's get a little closer. Let's do some counting. We have, hey, look at that. He's just watching. He doesn't seem to be too disturbed about this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm not going to touch them. I'm just going to look at them with my eyes, because right now we don't want to be touching things that we don't have to. And I wouldn't even be here. I would be at home, except my friend had a doctor's appointment. She needed to see her doctor, so she's not able to drive right now. And I had to take her to her appointment. Oh, looking around here. I spy with my little eye something that begins with T. What could it be? What could it be? If you said trash can, you are correct. Ooh. I'm going to walk over here because it is in full bloom. This is going to be a really hard one. If you have been in my room, we always talk about it with Earth Day. So let's go look at it, because the ones at the water district were baby ones. Look at this. I spy with my little eye something that begins with B. It's a couple ways we could take this. One is bush. But if we're going to be really, really specific, it's bottle brush bush. Every year we have these in our classroom. Bottle brush. Remember when we paint with those? They are so much fun to use as paintbrushes. What colors do you see in the bottle brush tree? The leaves are green. The branches are gray. What color is the bottle brush? The bottle brush is red. That's right. It is red. All right. I'm going to go and look and see what else we can find. Be right back. I spy with my little eye something that begins with H. Let's go around the corner. Our lizard has left. Can't see it at the moment. Oh, there it is. I spy with my little eye something that begins with H. What could that be? If you said hospital, you are correct. That is a hospital. When we don't feel well, we go to the hospital. We need the doctors and the nurses to help us. Let's go down the street a little bit more. Ooh. I spy with my little eye something that begins with F. What could it be? What begins with F? Is that a flag? It sure is. It's the American flag. Now, this is one thing that I don't know that anybody's doing at home, but I think this is a very appropriate, which means that's a very, very fancy word for good. I think it is an appropriate time to do the Pledge of Allegiance. So, please put your right hand over your heart. Get your families to help you if you need a little help doing that. That right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And when you know we've done that in class quite a bit, then there's the after the Pledge of Allegiance song. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the Pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. Ooh, do you want me to do the Star Spangled Banner too? Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. It's our American flag. And it's the perfect thing to see on our I Spy walk. And that's probably the nicest I've ever sung that song to. Usually I like to do it opera style, but I don't want to scare you all today. All right, let's go down here. And I spy with my little eye something that begins with S. What could they be? Let's zoom in. If you said S, signs, you're absolutely correct. We have two community signs. The first one, this one right here, that's the sign for, look at the symbol in the middle. It is a math shape. A couple of math shapes. First one, black, is an arrow. The second one, let me count sides here real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sides means it is an octagon. That sign is a symbol for stop sign ahead. That's what that one means. And the next sign, let me zoom that a little bit. What is in the next sign? It's yellow and black, B colors. We have the word ahead, A-H-E-A-D, ahead, with two people walking. That sign means that ahead there is going to be a crosswalk. Crosswalk ahead. Let's pan out here. There's some people down the road. I don't know if they want to be in my video or not. I am going to take a little break. I'll be. I spy with my little eye something that begins with M. It's a bit of a hard one. What could that be? Something else that we never talk about in class, but is very important in our daily lives. Meters. First we looked at gas meters. Now we are looking at electric meters. That provides electricity to our houses so that we have lights, so that we can turn our TVs on, so that we can run our computers. Anything in our house that needs electricity to work runs off of meters. How many meters do you see here? Is that the same amount of gas meters that we saw a little earlier ago? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think so. 4 electric meters. Wow. Are we not just having the best time on our community walk? It feels so good. This is a beautiful day. I spy with my little eye something that begins with S. What is it? What begins with S? It's very, very all around us. If you said sky, you were right. It's very, very big, and it's all around us, the sky. Today, it is beautiful, clear, and blue. Here is another community sign. Can you read what that says? It's a little faded. I am going to walk down here to this one. We'll take a closer look. It says no parking anytime. That means no cars or trucks or vehicles of any kind are allowed to park in this area. And if you look, this is a curb. I spy with my little eye something that begins with C. The curb is painted red so that we know that sign means business. No parking all along this stretch of road. I spy with my little eye something that begins with B. We're going to have to be quick on this one. What is that? What just went by? If you said bus, you are correct. That was a bus. I spy with my little eye something that begins with M. What could it be? What are those? If you said mailboxes, that is correct. Let's count and see how many are there. We're going to count with our eyes. We're not going to touch. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 4 mailboxes. I hear something else. I spy with my little eye something that begins with F. What is that? What is that? Oh my goodness! Did you say fire truck? And you even waved in the middle of an emergency. That was a fire truck. Turned left at the corner and it's going down the road. That means somebody is having an emergency. Fire trucks help us in an emergency. Okay. Look at this. I have his permission to be in the video. We just talked. I spy with my little eye something that begins with W. The man is using a special pressure hose, and out of his hose is coming water. He is using the pressure hose with water to wash the building. You can see how he's getting the building clean. He's taking all of the dirt off. He has his safety mask on, so he's using precautions in the community, and we are keeping our social distancing. We are at least 6 feet away, and he's making the building nice and clean. Thank you. All right, he says bye to you guys. Oh, look at that. I spy with my little eye. That's going to be a quick one. Something that begins with A. That is the back of an ambulance going down the street to the corner. And look, I see another community sign. This isn't just any crosswalk, but that one says school crossing. So we're going to be near a school soon. And turn this way. We have another stop sign ahead. And there's our friend who is still working on the building, getting it all nice and clean. Let's take a walk down here. I am at a corner, so I gotta look to the left, I gotta look to the right, and then I can cross the street. Look, I spy with my little eye something that begins with D. What is it? My name is Miss Marilyn. I have permission for her to be in our video. What is your name?
Debbie.
Debbie, and what is your dog's name?
Pretty boy.
And what kind of dog is Pretty Boy?
He's a Malamute wolf.
Malamute wolf. Wow, he's a big dog. Beautiful. I'm going to film him a little bit for our video of I Spy. We spy a dog. And what color is he?
He's like light tan and blonde and white.
Tan and blonde and white. Thank you so much for being in the interview.
Oh, you're welcome.
Being in the video.
Have a great day.
Thank you, you too. Something was missing. She didn't have a mask on. But not necessarily everybody is wearing them. But we need to be safe. So, most people should. But Miss Debbie wanted to be in our movie with her dog. So, hopefully she will be okay. Because it is ideal to wear masks right now. Look to the left, I look to the right. The car went in front of me. We are crossing the street. See what we see around the corner. Oh, I spy with my little eye something that begins with G. And there's lots of it. What could it be? If you said grass, you are absolutely right. And what color is the grass? Yep, the grass is green. I spy with my little eye something that begins with P. What do we see? Oh, we're thinking about all of it. What do we see? Starts with P. If you said playground, you are correct. This is a playground, very much like what we would see at school, but we're at a park. So this is a playground in a park. But because we're all having school from our homes right now, and because we are doing our best to stay there, nobody is playing at the park. But there will be a time again when we can all start playing at parks. I spy with my little eye something that begins with B. What could it be with letter B? If you said, what was that? A little bit louder. Now I want you to say it as loud as you can without upsetting your families. If you said bench, you are correct. Now I'm going to growing. What's off in the distance there? I spy with my little eye something that begins with M. What could that be? Way off in the distance, past the trees. What could that be? If you said mountains, you are correct. Way off in the distance, we can see the mountains. And because we were having so much rain 2 weeks ago, we still have some snow on the mountains. How about that? This is kind of a hard one. Let's go over here. I spy with my little eye something that begins with B. 2 of them. That's a toughie. If you said backboard, you are correct. The hoops have been taken off because they don't want anybody out playing basketball right now. Basketball is a contact sport and is not safe for social distancing. But the backdrop is still there. I spy with my little eye something that begins with F. What do you see? What could it be? And what color is it? Lots of things to think about. If you said fence, you are right. And if you said the color is white, you are right. It is a white fence. I want to look over here. I spy with my little eye something that begins with H. What is it and what colors? If you said house, you are correct. What colors are the house? Gray and white. You are correct. I hope you are all safely in your houses right now, enjoying this video. I'm going to end it And I will see you all later. Should I see something really interesting in my travels, taking my friend back home from her doctor's appointment, I will resume filming. But at the moment, I'm definitely taking a break. Maybe temporary, maybe permanent. I don't know. That's the wonderful thing about spontaneous education. It just happens. Bye. Here we go. Found something else interesting. I spy with my little eye something that begins with G. Get a closer look at it. Really close look at that. What is that? If you said gas station, that's exactly what it is. That's where our families get gas for our vehicles. Over here, I see another community sign. Get that. What sign is that? See some letters. It says Railroad Crossing. So we have a community sign. I also spy something that begins with T. That is a traffic light. And the light just turned red. So the traffic light tells all the cars and trucks when it is safe to drive. We can watch it change color. The green arrow means that it's okay for people to turn left. We have cars over there that just made their left-hand turn. We'll just watch the light change for a couple of minutes. Now it's red again. Red means stop. All the cars that are facing the red light, they need to stop at the corner. And I bet when the light turns green again, they will go. Let's wait and let's watch it turn green. It's green. That means all the cars can go. Safety. Yellow means slow down. Red means stop. Cars in the other direction, it's okay for them to go because they have the green light. And in the state of California, you can turn right on a red light if it is safe to do so. Let's wait for it to turn green. It might be a while before it turns green because nobody's at that corner in this direction. Most traffic lights are traffic activated, which means there needs to be cars or trucks, some kind of vehicle waiting to go. Ah, it's green. There we go. Finish that up. Bye cars, bye truck. Here we are on our way back from Hemet. I have another I Spy. I spy with my little eye something that begins with H. What could it be? What do you see? If you said horse, you are correct. It's a horse. How awesome is that? I spy with my little eye something that begins with S. If you said school, you are right. That is school. The school building is still here. The school building is safe. And although we are not going to school right now, I want to let all of you know that there will be a time again in the future when we all can return to school. So I'm going to end our I Spy video And I hope that you've enjoyed all of the sights that you have seen today. Take care. Bye-bye.